Joining me now is Sharon Fisher from Dix Hills, New York. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kitty Pie. Nice to see you here. I understand you had sort of a good luck omen that occurred last night?
Yes, I did. I went to the Chinese restaurant near my hotel, and when I opened the fortune cookie, this is what it said.
I'm not kidding you not, you should be able to make money and hold on to it. I'm loving that.
That was the best fortune I've ever seen.
Plus it says you should be able to.
Should be able to, right.
All right. Let's check out the money in your round one. All right, computer, please randomize the money and the questions. And now that everything is all mixed up there, all scrambled, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's play Millionaire. Rum, vodka, whiskey, gin, and triple sec are mixed in a Captain Morgan variety of what cocktail? Tom Collins, Alabama Slammer, Long Island iced tea, screwdriver. Are you a drinker?
I am. The whiskey's throwing me off, though, because the rum, vodka, gin, and triple sec are Long Island iced tea, but I don't know about the whiskey, and that's...
It's a Captain Morgan variety of what cocktail?
Right, well, Captain Morgan's rum, so that's not... But you know what? None of the other drinks have rum in it. Tom Collins, Alabama Slammer, Screwdriver don't have rum in them. I'm going to stick with C, Long Island iced tea.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It is Long Island iced tea. Very nice, Sharon. Way to go.
Thank you.
Let's start putting some money in your bank. Start you out with $100. Okay. Fair enough. 13 away from $1 million. Surprising discovery is the next category. One of the largest sapphires in the world, the Star of India, was actually discovered in what is now known as what country? Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Indonesia, Burma.
Well, I was thinking of countries around India, and they're all pretty much, very much around India. So I'm going like, before the question was asked, Sri Lanka kind of jumped to my mind, but I actually think I want to jump this question. I don't want to take a chance on this one. I don't have a way to figure it out.
No problem. This question is out of play. Let's see the answer. It was Sri Lanka. Your gut was right.
Yeah, I could have told you that. That's...
Okay, but you didn't.
I did not know.
All right. Let's see how much money you jumped over. $1,000.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's
one of the lower dollar amounts. So by jumping the question, you're now 12 away from $1 million and plenty of big money on the board. Game over is the category. What online game site was accused of defrauding its players of over $300 million in a Ponzi scheme? Farmville, Full Tilt Poker, Boggle, World of Warcraft.
Well, the poker sites were under a lot of scrutiny a while back, and I don't think you're really putting any kind of money into Farmville or World of Warcraft, so I'm going to say Full Tilt Poker.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
Yeah, it is. Full Tilt Poker. Okay, let's put a little bit more money in your bank. How much is behind this question? We're going to add another $500, bringing you up to $600.
Take the low amount out.
11 away from $1 million. Influential speeches is the category. Whose 1931 speech, The Moral Basis of Vegetarianism, do some credit with inspiring modern veganism? Eleanor Roosevelt, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Emperor Hirohito.
Mahatma Gandhi is the one that jumps out at me as, you know, a moral influencer of his time, and I believe he was a vegetarian. So I'm going to go with B, Mahatma Gandhi.
Final?
Final answer.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Yep.
Sharon, you got $600 in your bank. You're going to make a lot more on this one, I'm sure. But how much money is behind this question? From Dix Hills, New York, just banked $25,000, feeling good about it as we get into commercial. You ran over and high high five two folks in the audience. They are
Those are my parents. That's Dan and Diane Fisher.
Dan and Diane Fisher. Nice to meet you both. Pleasure to have you here. So, folks, what advice did you give your daughter?
Oh, I was texting her questions every day.
Oh, really? Putting the pressure on, huh?
Yeah, and we told her to use her head.
Well, you certainly are doing that, Sharon. Doing a great job. $25,600 in your bank. 6 away from round 2, and you know at that point you keep all the money that's in your bank. You ready to keep playing?
I'm ready to keep playing.
Then let's play. At the Gettysburg Great Reunion of 1913, it is said that 2 Civil War veterans bought and buried a what in the middle of the battlefield? Hammer, wrench, hatchet, shovel.
Well, I was looking for something like a bayonet or something like that. They might have, you know, buried some artifact that was left on the battlefield, but they were probably veterans, one from the south and one from the north, and they probably buried the hatchet as a way of resolving the tension. I'm going to go with hatchet. Final answer.
Using that head of yours, it is hatchet. All right, Sharon, keep building that bank. Drop a little more money in there. $10,000, $35,600. Very nice. 9 away from $1 million. 2 lifelines left. No snacking. In 1970, what popular destination enacted strict regulations to prevent visitors from feeding the wild bears? Niagara Falls, Yellowstone Park, Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore.
The first thing that came to my mind when feeding the bear, I went, hey, boo-boo. Yeah, it was like, that's kind of the whole thing where that all came from, like feeding the bears at Yellowstone Park. So it's B, Yellowstone Park.
Final?
No, final answer.
Hey, Yogi, it is Yellowstone Park. You got it. Show us the money, computer. $5,000, up to $40,600. 4 away from round 2. At the White House is the category. Nice money still up there. The pet dog currently residing at the White House, Bo, has a name that features the first and last initials of the current what? U.S. Vice President, Secretary of State, First Lady, U.S. President.
Well, that's I was trying to come up with what kind of dog are you going to ask me about, like what kind of breed he is, but Barack Obama, being the U.S. President, is B.O. It's the letter D. It's my final answer.
Bo is a Portuguese water dog. He's the U.S. President. Absolutely right. Barack Obama. Okay, Sharon, let's see some more money.
Big money.
$7,000, $47,600. Doing a great job. We'll be back with more Millionaire right after this. We are back with Sharon Fisher from Dix Hills, New York, doing a great job. $47,600 in your bank, 7 away from $1 million, just 3 questions away from round 2, and you still have 2 lifelines. You're in great shape.
Great.
You ready to keep playing?
Yeah, I'm ready to keep playing.
Then let's play. All right, Sharon, before it became a common insult, what word was a technical term used to denote someone with a mental age between 8 and 12? Moron, idiot, ignoramus, simpleton.
There was a whole list of psychological classifications like that, and I am torn between 2 of them, but I definitely don't want to take a chance at this level. I don't know if this is something the audience would know. I think I just want to jump the question.
What were you torn? Fine, question's out of play.
Right,
but what are you torn between?
I was torn between moron and idiot.
What would you have gone with?
Probably the idiot, and that's probably the wrong one.
Okay, let's see the right answer. It was moron.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was flipping back between those 2.
All righty, well, you made the right decision jumping it. Let's see how much money you jumped over. Hopefully not the $15,000. Okay. All right, well, that's out of play, but that's okay.
Right.
Because the goal now is to get to round 2. You're 2 questions away. Measuring up is the next category. Now used almost exclusively in horse racing, a furlong is an old unit of distance measuring how long? 8 inches, 2 yards, 660 feet, 4 miles. You were smiling.
I was smiling because some of my my studying before the game was, let's go back to the old weights and measures and units and things that you don't always hear. And there's 8 furlongs in a mile. That's not even one of the choices. But based on that, it's not 4 miles, it's not 2 yards, it's not 8 inches, it's 660 feet.
Final answer?
Final answer.
And the whole time your mom is shaking her head because she must have been quizzing you on that stuff. You are right. 660 feet, right. That paid off. This question's worth either $3,000 or $2,000. How much money behind this question? You're going to put another $3,000 in your bank. $50,600. One question remains in round one. We know it is worth $2,000. You still have a life. Cuts me off in midstream here. That sound means that we are out of time. But when you come back, you will see the last question in round one. You have the audience to help you at that time. Folks, we hope you join us then. Until then, from New York, everybody, bye-bye. Welcome to Millionaire. Today's returning contestant hopes to win enough money to move out of her converted garage into a nice new home. Just one question away from round two with $50,600 in her bank. She is definitely on her way. From Dix Hills, New York, please welcome Sharon Fisher. So cute. Hi, baby. Nice to see you. Welcome back, Sharon. Converted garage, huh?
Yeah, it's looking out into the driveway out of my kitchen window.
Yeah. Well, it's a place, at least for now.
It's a place. It's a nice roof over my head. That's
yeah, exactly. But you want your own place.
I'd love to have my own place. My own yard, my own everything, my own driveway, yes.
Would be nice. Do you have a car?
I do have a car.
Okay,
yes.
So then the driveway would come in handy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I know that right now you're not working, you're unemployed, so the money could definitely come in handy.
Absolutely. I was going to say, between jobs, it would definitely be a nice help.
Well, last time you were here, you had that fortune from the Chinese fortune.
Yes, I don't have it with me today, but yeah, my fortune said that I should be able to make money and hold on to it.
Well, let's hope so. Absolutely. Well, you've been making plenty of money, Sharon. You've got $50,600 in your bank. You're one question away from round two. At that point, you get to keep all the money that you have. 5 away from $1 million, and you still have one lifeline remaining. Ask the audience. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Audience, are you ready? Then let's play Millionaire. Appropriately, what professionals are being trained by the Melanoma Foundation of New England to look for potential signs of skin cancer? Police officers, cab drivers, tailors, hairdressers.
Right, so melanoma is a skin cancer, and you know, your hairdresser's looking at your scalp as they're cutting your hair. So, you know, police officers not looking at your body to that level. Cab drivers or tailors are not inspecting things like that, but your hairdresser would be. So your hairdresser would be trained to look for melanomas. Final answer.
Yeah, it's great they're doing it too. Absolutely yes. Right. It is hairdressers. You have $52,600. You can go give him a hug. Absolutely. That's Sharon's mom and dad, Diane and Dan, who have been rooting her on. And actually, your mom quizzed you a lot in preparation for today.
Oh, so. Yeah. I don't know if I got 4 or 5 different emails a day from her with, oh, here's another question. Oh, here's another question.
Well, listen, it paid off because one of the questions was something that you had been quizzed on. So yes, there you go.
Yes.
Well, let me explain to you what's happening now. You are in round 2. Your next question will be worth $100,000. It is time to play Classic Millionaire. You're 4 questions away from $1 million. I want to remind you of $52,600 in your bank account. That money is now yours.
Thank you.
Okay, and you still have one lifeline remaining. Let's take a look at your $100,000 question. Good luck. Though it brings to mind the name of a pro wrestler, a Hogan is a what? Nautical distance, sewing pattern, Navajo dwelling, strain of rice. Hogan.
I don't think I've ever heard the term a Hogan other than a Hulk. I don't believe it's a nautical distance. I'm trying to like logic out what sounds right, what doesn't sound right. I've never heard of a sewing pattern called a Hogan. Navajo dwelling sounded good to me when I heard that as a choice. And as far as strains of rice, just doesn't sound like it would be right. So I think I'm going to take a gamble.
You remember that you have your Ask the Audience if you need it.
Right. I thought about that as I started saying, I don't think it's this and I don't think it's that. And I think I may have, everyone's going to be like, yeah, it's Navajo dwelling. And that's only going to confirm an answer that I'm already thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to lock it in and say, C, final answer, it's a Navajo dwelling. It's a strain of rice, isn't it?
No, it's a Navajo dwelling. From Dix Hills, New York, $100,000. Richer than you can. That is fantastic, and I hope that helps you towards buying a new home and getting a place for yourself or renting, whatever you want to do.
Oh, that's a solid down payment. I'm almost where I want to be.
That's terrific. Well, where you want to be as a million, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. I was going to say, I'm 3 questions from where I want to be. So.
And I'm watching your mom and your dad as you answer these questions. You're beaming with pride. What are you thinking about your daughter right now? Hello, Dan.
I heard nothing.
I'm starting to get pains. I think she's just doing super great. Yeah. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, I bet you are. And Mom?
Very proud of her.
She's doing a great job. Sharon, you really are.
Oh, thank you.
Now, the pressure's been on you for this whole game. Audience, now the pressure's going to be on you as well because Sharon is going to need your help at some point. So put your thinking caps on. You're going for $250,000. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Audience?
Are you guys ready? All right. Let's play. Here we go. For $250,000, according to popular legend, what branch of the U.S. Armed Forces was formed on November 10th, 1775 in Philadelphia's Tun Tavern? Army, Coast Guard, Marines, Navy.
Meredith, I have a good idea on this one, but I'm not 100% positive. This is what I would do when I ask the audience.
Okay. Audience, Sharon needs your help. On your keypads, vote now. %35% say Marines, 24 each for Army and Navy, and then the Coast Guard at 17. You felt you had a good hunch about this one.
I'm thinking that's before, it's during the Revolutionary War, and did we have a Continental Army before 1775? Were we really organized as an army at that point? I know the Marines were later. I was kind of going back and forth between the Navy and the Army because Philadelphia has a big shipyard.
Well, let me remind you, you have $100,000, and you can walk with that if you want to, Sharon. If you want to go for this, and you're right, it's $250,000. But if you miss it, you do go down to $25,000. So you're risking $75,000.
Oh, that definitely changes the nature of things, too. And the audience is going with the Marines.
But you're leaning more towards Army.
More towards the Army, because I'm not sure when we organized the Continental Army. The audience split between my two choices of Army and Navy. They're 24 and 24.
Now, do you have two voices going on in your head at the same time?
Oh, there's more than just two.
Oh, really? Well, that's a whole nother show.
We're not even going to go there. No, it's going into, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I should know Philadelphia stories of things, and I don't have any knowledge of this story of what branch was formed in this Tun Tavern. So that doesn't help me anywhere with that. My gut really wants to say Army, but I'm just trying to think, when were the Marines formed? Could the audience have, 35% of the audience have a better idea than I do that it's actually the Marines? I'm debating, like, do I want to take a gamble? And then if I take a gamble, which answer do I want to take? And if I want to walk, I need to tell you I'm going to walk. There's no do-overs.
No, I'm sorry.
Mulligans? Nothing. Meredith, I've had a lot of fun. I think I'm going to walk with $100,000. That's my final answer.
That's your final answer?
Yeah, my final answer.
Well, you know what? The audience, audience, you were under a lot of pressure, but you came through. It was Marines.
It was the
That
Marines.
is right. But I understand because of that split.
Audience.
A little too hard. Sharon, you got $100,000. You're a fantastic player. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you, honey.